We see stories of dogs' loyalty all around, but this one proves it can be two-sided. A 65-year-old homeless woman was spotted on the streets of Tijuana, Mexico, hiding from rain and cold inside a black plastic bag. It turned out that the big garbage bag was an improvised shelter for her and 6 dogs she cares for. Luz Maria Olmedo Beltran, known as Chole, has been living on the streets for 8 years, but despite life being cruel to her, she cares about the well-being of her dogs more than her own. They give her protection, warmth, and above all, love and companionship. The shocking scene, caught by photographer Omar Camarillo's lens, broke hearts online not only because of the unimaginable conditions an elderly woman has to live in, but as testimony that those who have the least set the greatest example of unconditional love and compassion. The police officers spent half an hour trying to persuade the woman to accept their help and stay at a shelter, but she burst into tears as she didn't want to leave her faithful companions behind. The animals are not allowed at the shelter, so she chooses to stay outside no matter what. The woman was scared the dogs would be left all alone if she had been taken to a shelter. "I don't want to go. I don't need help. I'm fine here," she said to the police. Chole couldn't abandon her 6 loyal companions, one of which was about to give birth. After all, they only had each other. The police couldn't leave her in cold and dangerous conditions and finally managed to convince her to find shelter for the night. Apparently, Chole spent the night at her son's place, but was back on the streets the next day. After reading the story, Alejandra Cordova Castro was deeply touched and decided to help Chole with what she and the dogs need the most: water, food, blankets, socks, etc. It's a simple, kind gesture that doesn't cost much, but means the world to the elderly woman trying to survive in her harsh reality. The story got a lot of attention online, but Alejandra was actually the first one to help, and she encourages others to do the same. Alejandra Cordova Castro posted about her good deed on her Facebook not to get attention, but to encourage people who are around to contribute with whatever they can, and even offered to help transport it. Chole can be found between Constitution Street and Baja California in Tijuana. "She said thank you so many times that she made me cry," Alejandra said. Chole now stays at the shelter for 50 pesos a day. It's in a very bad condition, but at least her furry family is together. "I was shocked by the conditions in which the woman lives. I was able to realize that La Chole has a great heart because she helps animals despite having many shortcomings," photographer Omar Camarillo said. Despite life treating her harshly, Chole has a kind heart and hopes the government donates a place for her so that she can rescue even more dogs.